some things are the same. We always like to talk about the range. Range from where to where. The lower end to the higher end. We like to talk about the clusters. Where do they cluster around? From where to where as well. And what about the peaks? We also like to talk about the peaks. So in this case, let me include the peak. With a peak of, so for A, 5,000 to 5,700, so the peak is 5,300. With a peak of 3,500. Back to back stem and leaf diagram. It's like the stem over there, stem in the middle, there's one set of data on the left, one set of data on the right. So back to back. Two different schools, they set for inter-school maths competition. There are 25 students from each school. And these are the results. Okay, which school had the highest scorer? Ignore the answers that are shown already. So which school had the highest scorer? Based on the data? Can you tell? B. Okay. By the way, there's a key there. 5-1 represents 51 marks. So B. What is the highest mark in school B? 100. There are two people, right? Two people who got 100. What about the highest score for school A? 99. Okay, just lost by just a bit. Okay, which school had the lowest scorer? School A, with a result of, what's the result? 51, yes. Look at the number closest to the stem for the smaller digits. So the most common mark in school A is actually 98. Most common in school B is 68. Can? So far everything makes sense, huh? Okay, which school performed better? A? Why? B. Who thinks A performed better? Who thinks B performed better? There should be some people who think B performed better. Okay, for those who think that A performed better, why do you say so? There are more 90s? More 90s and 80s. How should we describe that? Huh? Instead of saying more 90s, more 80s, how do we describe it? Clusters, right? We talk about clusters. We can talk about higher frequency of students who get results of 80 plus and 90 plus. We talk about what? Percentage. That will require more calculation, right? Okay, not necessary. So clusters, I think, are a good way of describing it. Who thinks that school B did better? School B. Okay, so let's say I think that school B did better. Why do you think I say that school B did better? Huh? Because? Got people score 100. Sorry, what did you say? Yeah, because there are people scoring 100, right? Is my reason valid? I say school B did better. Got people score 100. Is it valid? It's quite valid to say that, right? But it seems like all of you knew, all of you had that idea, but you refused to choose school B as the better school. Instead, you felt that, hey, you only have two people scoring 100 for school B. Whereas although I don't have people scoring 100 marks for school A, I've got a lot of them scoring 80 plus and 90 plus. Is that what you're thinking? That's why you feel that school A did better. Is it? Yeah, then you're right. Okay? Generally, it is quite clear that school A did better. Not only that, look at the clusters for school B. Where are they clustered? 60. Yeah, it's clustered at 60. That tells us that many students over there score 60 marks, 60 plus. So looking at this stem and leaf diagram, it gives a pictorial representation of where the clusters are. The more numbers over there, that's where the cluster is, and that is the advantage. Okay, so putting that in words, okay, it's quite small, so you may move to the front. D. 24% of students in A got a distinction. What is the minimum mark for a distinction? Now, let's just focus on A. What is this missing value? Is this 7? 9, 8, 8, then 7, is it? 7. Okay, distinctions. Do you think distinctions will be high marks or low marks? High, obviously high, right? And the top, how many percent will get a distinction, isn't it? In this case, they say top 24% of the students got distinction. So 24% refers to, in this case, 6 students. Because 24% of 25 students is actually 6 of them. So the top 6 got a distinction. So let us highlight the top 6 scores. 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 7. So these people, they got a distinction. And what is the lowest score amongst all these people? What's the lowest? 97. And that is the score. Minimum score required for distinction. So write down the minimum mark is 97. Clear? So when they tell you for distinction, you count from the back, the higher scores. If they tell you 10% fail the test, 10% of people fail the test, so you calculate 10%, can't be 10%, because 10% will be 2.5 students. Let's say 50% of the, kind of 50% also, right? Let's say a certain percentage of the students failed, then we'll be counting from the smaller values onwards. Okay? If you are told to find the passing mark or the failing mark. Okay, now exercise 7, different story now. Defective light bulbs. Defective means the spoiled light bulbs. Okay, in 12 boxes of 100 light bulbs from 2 different factories. So we've got factory A, we've got factory B, and we've got a stamp. So these data over here refers to the number of light bulbs that are spoiled. So 49 means 49 light bulbs spoiled. Okay, so write down the model number for the defective light bulbs in a box for factory A. You're looking for the model number, or the model number, in other words the mode. So the highest frequency. Out of all these, which one has the highest frequency? Which one appeared the most? What number appeared the most? 21, yeah. Okay, so 21 light bulbs. That is for factory A. Then for factory B, we see that there are 2 modes. 40 and 43 light bulbs. Just write that down. Easy. Okay, compare the distribution. Which factory's production of light bulbs is better? Okay, now before we see the answer, what do you think? Which factory produces better quality light bulbs? Huh? Factory A? Why? Why does A produce better light bulbs? Lower number of what? Lower number of defective light bulbs. How do you know it's a lower number? You add everything up? Okay, thicker tail. What about thicker tail? Use what you learned. Thicker tail towards the thicker tail towards the lower values, right? What else? There is something else in part A that can help us. Model number, in this case, the mode tells us that actually factory A, the highest frequency is actually 21 spoiled bulbs. But in factory B, the highest number is actually 40 and 43. Okay, the most frequently seen number that is spoiled, or bulbs that are spoiled, is actually 40 and 43 in factory B, whereas in A it's just 21. Doesn't that imply that factory A is doing better? Okay, so this is the information that we can, this is the data that we, this is what we can analyze from the data. And exercise 9, go and pause the video, copy this down, and exercise 9, copy this down. Not difficult to understand. And all these answers for 8 and 9.